Howdy, gang. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We were doing side quests. We just caught a serial killer. That was fun. It was fun, you know, twist ending kind of surprised me. Thought it was the kid for sure. But then it was mommy. And, what was it called? Like the Fifth Commandment? Something like that? Honor the father and the mother. The mom was the one taking her family's name into account, I guess. Gotta honor the mother. I was just looking at that achievement and being like, have I not killed an enemy with every weapon yet? What the hell?
Here we are.
I guess it was bugged, or maybe they just added it. Anyways, we were gonna pick up another side quest here. They sent a messenger to us. They're ready for an next Thieves Guild thing.
What do you want from me?
This doesn't seem too bad.
I'm here. I'm sure you have another job for me.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
It sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
I mean, sure.
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you
We're
be
gonna
a
blow
little
up
less
the
cryptic?
mines.
We're going to blow the place sky high.
Why me of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
And that's true. I don't relish the idea of running through a maze before a bomb goes off, though.
How do you know I've been down in the mines?
You can find brothers and sisters of the guild even in places where you'd least expect them. Like in a mine.
Why don't you send one of them then?
They're simple miners. You've been in the war. You can work independently, and you're reliable.
Oh, you flatter me.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
Yeah, I made it.
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke, and noise.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
How did they get these recordings? Did they make cats fight?
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be one of his allies?
Getting the information out of him won't be easy. But we'll see.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal sin.
And doesn't unemploying all these poor miners count as a major sin? Like, they don't have savings.
Don't worry. I'm no butcher.
As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hogg will be waiting for you at the camp near the entrance. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make your search a bit easier. Take care, sir.
Alright, Knuckle, what's your bad idea?
Well, I reckon you've got a better offer for me again.
You're damn right. And not just any offer. So keep your voice down, in case anyone's listening.
Tell me, then.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed Shenyek is... well... you know.
A good, weak? No, I mean, he's...
A good leader?
Yeah, right. Shenyek is a weakling, and too careful for his own good.
Oh, you're an
Always
opportunist,
babbling
bro.
about his ideals, telling our fellas they can't do this, and that's not appropriate.
We're just trying to do some sabotage. We're not killing people. Like, it's good.
The guild isn't supposed to be a band of killers and thieves. It's about a greater purpose.
Bullshit! Shenyek's the only one that cares about noble causes. The rest of us are here because we'd die on our own. Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Shenyek is dragging us down.
What are you trying to say?
Psst. I'm trying to say that, in theory, if Shenyek wasn't around, we'd all be better off.
Forget about it. The only one bringing the guild down is you.
Easy now,
You're
man.
scumbag, Knuckles.
I was just kidding. You didn't really think I meant it, did you? Let's just go our separate ways and forget this ever happened, eh?
You better not fuck with me, Knuckles.
See you later, my friend.
Beat your ass, Knuckles. You gonna play that shit? Fuck you. Alright, well, we have to talk to a guy, which means the dead of night is probably not it. Unless he's still awake, but I doubt it. He's just across the way, we can check. I'm expecting this to be another nighttime gig. Energy's low, maybe we'll just grab a bed.
I'm always glad.
Calls me polite, doesn't greet him. Oi, mole, where you at?
I apologise.
Shove it. Right, building made Bill into a hill. Oi, mole. Oh, that's Shenyek. Door doesn't open. Oi, Mo.
No, thanks.
Oh, come on. Rat, you sleep with Mole? I had no idea.
God bless you.
But did they just like take away the option to sleep in the reserve room until you rented it? I don't want to get in trouble for sleeping, no. Like, I just need a fucking bed, bro. Ah. Gotta be... I know there's the signs on the doors, they can tell you that you can sleep. There's usually like a bed in the basement or something, but I don't know. Figure something out.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Maybe out by like the burned down cottages. There'll be a hay sack in the barn or something. Further from those than I thought. I can still check around here. Might be like a barn.
Have to go back.
Huh? Really? I feel like they'd put the edge of the map more out here than just right there. It's too close to town. That feels awful. Oi there, doggy. It's not that kind of barn. Is there maybe a bandit camp nearby? Those are usually places to sleep. Yeah, that'll work.
Quick! Go! Die!
Nothing to help you sleep well at night, like doing a good deed and murdering some criminals.
Go! Quick! Go! Quick! God!
So, this week I tried to focus mostly on finishing Monster Hunter. I felt like I was getting close and, like, it did me again, right? I thought that, like, you know, the title being Iceborne, killing the Iceborne thing that it had been building up since the start of the expansion was going to be the end of it, but no, it kept going a little bit beyond that, but, you know, whatever, I was locked in. I already had, like, kind of the best gear I could at the time. So, yeah, whatever, I got to the credits. There's, like, a grindy, long end game beyond that I didn't care to engage with, and I'll explain more. But yeah, we got that to talk about in a bit. As always, I like to wait 10-15 minutes, whatever's time. It ain't right at the beginning. And I started a couple things, obviously, since we finished Infinite Wealth and now Monster Hunter. We've got free space for something big or a bunch of small things, so in the end, went with the one that I expect to be small and another I expect to be kind of mid-range.
Go!
Peachy, where did that come from?
A new one.
Who?
Everyone
Warn
get over
me.
here! Bastard! Alert! Alert! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Cheese for everyone! I don't think that's the last one. The cave's probably got plenty more. Eh. Yeah, a lot of decent shit in there. Valuable, but I'm pretty sure a horse is still pretty loaded, right? Got rid of some. Still, we have plenty of plating to sell. And money isn't really an object.
You Stalker!
I'll help you.
Ah.
Everyone, get over here. We've got an intruder.
Ah.
I'll show you.
Y'all weren't concerned with all the clanking? Is my stealth just that high? Shit, I don't know what I took. Okay. I think we're good to rest. Still playing the sneaky music, though. Slept next to a corpse. Alright, well, I'm gonna fast travel back to there. For the sake of entertainment. As with many things that I do. I know I don't make a good case for myself when I just open and close books, but I swear to God I do read them if I'm not freaking recording.
Keep your eyes on the road, you fool!
But I gotta keep things moving. Sometimes I just read the ones that look interesting. They can't all be all winners.
Tell me then, what did he give you for it?
Sure. My
Oh, wait, this is the place.
Easy.
Crazy?
Nice and
Why would I
slow.
drop you in?
Look, just drop it. Got to be fast.
Wait, bruv.
Was möchtest du, mein Herr?
My mister? You call me your man?
Greetings, Eldris. Sure you remember me?
Ah, you're the waiter from the court. Was würden Sie brauchen?
A barrel of black powder.
My. Might I know wofür you need it?
I'm here on behalf of the great King Sigismund of Luxembourg himself.
Good. Do you have a letter of assignment?
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't want to keep Sigismund waiting, would you?
Nicht das, no. I would be happy to oblige the king if I could, but even my supply is not infinite. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder right now. The last shipment went to the royal encampment near the city.
Isn't there anyone
shit.
else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohunowitz towards the military encampment with a powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me.
You want me to rob your
Thanks for the
business
help.
competitor? You wild. Christ wounds! Why'd you walk into my damn horse? It wasn't my fault. Gunmaker Prokop Eldris. Right, so he makes guns.
Watch out!
And one, I can sell shit to him. Such as this here pistol. Bring us a few things.
With that horse.
But maybe you'll have like a better pistol.
Keep close to the others.
I feel like the technology is too early for there to really be variants, but maybe there is some. I know there's a couple different kinds of guns, like I remember a shotgun.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Yeah, the hook gun, marksman's hook gun, master's handgun. It's only slightly stronger. Weighs a lot more, but what's the difference? Description's completely the same. Does it just load faster? And it's gold and it weighs twice the amount. What's the deal? And the hook gun, much more massive weapon than the handgun. Barrel is fitted with a hook on the underside. Serves to wedge the weapon behind an obstacle and limit recoil when fired. This particular piece is cast from bronze by Master Gunsmith, therefore can be fired repeatedly without breaking. Made from wrought iron, therefore does not last long as guns cast in bronze. Therefore recommend to shoot a smaller powder charge up close. This gun cracks knights in metal like brushes and snow on rocks. Huh. I mean, it has the same power, but I guess you can fire it multiple times without reloading. Let's look up the difference between these guns. Like, maybe it's some, like, hidden, like the heavy crossbow and the field crossbow. KCD to Master handgun. Versus pistol, maybe. They all seem to have the same stats. Yeah, that's my question exactly. Gun go boom. It could be reload speed or accuracy or stamina drain. Should save and buy them, both test them, or just wait till midnight and rob them. Problems. Great, you told us nothing. Thanks, Reddit. Fuck you. The pistol reloads 1 second slower than the other two. Other than that, it seems there's no difference at all, but I'm sure hook gun reloads fastest, I think. Interesting. And the hook gun's a fair bit lighter, or never mind, the marksman one is a lot. Weighs about the same as the handgun. Huh. Hook gun versus handgun. Both of them suck because I can't hit shit with either of them. Settled on the handgun. I sucked at first, but been killing a lot late game. 2 minutes. I think it's more how you plan to use it, which is better. The hook gun concentrates the lead ball a little better, so hits something right in front of you harder. But both are perfectly fine at hitting groups or changing opponents. It's scatter shot, which is how they were used back then. I see, so they're both shotguns, but this one's more of a rifle, I guess. Has a tighter spread. However, both of these reload faster than the pistol. 1 second actually sounds pretty significant, honestly. So, considering that this one's the highest quality, I'll probably go with this, right? 20 durability. No, it's the same quality. The stats don't really change. Maybe it's durability loss. Why is it so much more expensive? Oh, I'll start with the handgun. And if I see a golden hook gun, I might pick it up. Alchemy skill book. Buy a couple of those. Suppose I'll sell you both, since I don't need that anymore. Have that, and he doesn't take armor.
Let's talk about the price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht?
If money.
Sehr gut. I can agree to that. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Alright, I mean, I'll equip it. So I assume your competitor is out of town, right? Yeah. Somewhere up here. I can do that. Is this the town from the map? See a fork in the river there? Like, Is this it? Is it just not labeled? Is it because I haven't been here? Let me... Oh wait, I can't read on the horse. Alright, we're heading that way. We'll see when we get there. We'll just ride around. Alright, so... Iceborne, Monster Hunter World Iceborne. We finished it, as I said. We talked about it just a little bit these past couple sessions, but it was quite lengthy. And if we want to look, since I showed you the time before, you can see 203. I put in about another 80 hours. Basically doubled the length of the game. So, it adds master rank, so just like when you did the soft reset to high rank in the middle of world, now you're gonna fight all the monsters again, and they're all gonna be a little harder, they're all gonna drop higher quality material, you're gonna make new armor out and weapons. The difference here is that new equipment so vastly outclasses the high rank equipment that it is entirely necessary that you make it like right away, because the monsters are obviously scaled around you having equipment of that level. And when I say it vastly outclasses, I mean the armor values are like double or triple what they were previously. Like, for reference, I had maybe 200 armor by the end of Worlds, and by the end of Iceborne, I had about 1,000. Pretty big difference, right? So yeah, basically right away they kind of force you into doing a bunch of expeditions before you actually hunt anything. And I think their intention was for you to make something out of bone or metal first, just to get your armor values up to snuff, but I wasn't thinking about that, so I just kind of went headed strong with my build that was working well for the whole rest of the game. And thankfully it wasn't a normal hunt, you know, it was one of those missions where you discover a monster on an expedition and they tell you to fight it, or go and accept a quest to fight it instead, where you get paid more if you do that, but this thing just trounced me, beat my ass several times, and you know, that's usually how I like to fight it the first time, because I don't know its moves yet. It's probably going to happen like that. It doesn't really matter how many times you faint if you're not on a normal hunt. So, yeah, and I learned that I couldn't take any hits, really. But that also meant that I got to skip the shitty low-end items and went straight to a good monster set of equipment. Which is nice. The armor values were immediately noticeable, and like, just in general, I felt like every bit of upgrading I got on that front was a lot more noticeable, to the point where I didn't really need to rely on the Palico healing or even the healing booster too much. I had them using the more damagey type things like the Meowtov.
Quick!
And the choral song thing, like, damn, they're good. It's nice to have those extra benefits, and of course the armors are,
Go!
they have higher, built-in perks now. So instead of just like 1 point of skill, they'll have like 2 or even 3 points in something. And potentially more sockets. There's a new tier of sockets, a 4-star gem, which has the chance of spawning as like a mixed gem. So you can get like a big one that'll give you 2 points in a skill, or you can get one that gives you 2 points in different skills. Those are pretty useful. They really helped me like diversify my build to the point where I had like almost 2 full pages of bonuses. I had all of my bases covered pretty much. I kind of prioritized stuff with just like sockets rather than the actual effects on them. And not that I didn't try to get the best effect that I could, but if it had 3 sockets, I was picking that one. Because I can just pick which effects I want with the gems.
Go!
You know, I got all the important shit, and then I had room for some comfort skills too, which was nice. I didn't really have flex room for that in the main game. And farming gems is a lot easier now because they had this weird steamwork system where you like it naturally gains fuel between hunts, and then you can pick up fuel resources when you're mining and throw them in for extra things. It's basically a gachapon machine. You know, gumball machine, you put the thing in, get a prize. And it starts out slow, but after you filled it up completely the first time and gotten like a guaranteed fat pull, you get like an automated function where you just hold down the right trigger and it does it all for you. Speeds it up a lot. And you get a lot of armor upgrade spheres from doing that, as well as like melding tickets, which gets you high quality gems, guaranteed. So, you know, my options just like increase drastically just by doing that.
Go!
Rather than, you know, doing a whole hunt and only getting like 1 or 2 gems out of it of random quality. It was nice to have some certainty there.
Go!
Well, I thought the armor progression was good. In fact, all the returning equipment doesn't look the same this time. It all has completely unique looks for Iceborne, which is great to see. Even the, like, holiday event stuff has different appearances, so, like, you had, like, some pumpkin-looking Grim Reaper thing for the Halloween one before, which is pretty badass, but then the new one's like a Demon Lord Dracula-looking thing that's also fucking sweet. I wish there was a layered option for both of them, really, but, you know, it's cool that they changed it up. But, like, armor progression-wise, my character kind of went through, like, the Arthas Warcraft 3 arc. For first, I was, like, a big, heavy armored, heavy gold-plated man. And by the end, I turned into, like, a sort of bony Death Knight-looking dude. And then by the end of Iceborne, I was, like, full-on dual-hand, black-armored demon warrior. It was pretty sweet. However, while the armor, they balanced and scaled up pretty well for the most part once you get over that initial hump. The weapons, they didn't really modify too much, and that's one of my main gripes. Like, you can maybe get 1 upgrade, sometimes 2, before you're stuck with that weapon for the rest of the very long duration. There are a few new weapons made out of the new monsters, but most of them kind of suck. They're simply not as good as the ones that you had in the main game that you just kept upgrading. And some of them, like, implemented themselves into the same tree, like the Velkhana turns into the, Barioth, it was called. It's like a big walrus, kind of. Big, hairy walrus. It's got, you know, nice little horn tooths. Oh, the wagon broke down.
Whoa!
You know what they say about hinds?
Good dog, Matt. Show me. So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the forest and this is how it ended up.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain Whisker, would you?
What? Why? Who's asking?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested in is your cargo. 1 whole barrel, to be exact.
My God. How did you know about that? Speak up or I'll call for help.
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. So they sent me here to get that barrel before everyone in the region hears about it.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the camp. All right then, here's the key. Take one of the barrels from the chest in the wagon. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll come as soon as we get this fixed.
Alright. Sweet.
I told you we shouldn't have gone this way. Now which way's the real one, eh?
No, I'll check the map because I'm like near the spot where the X is, I think. Yeah, Bohnowitz. There's the fork, so it's back a bit. Around where the river ends. There's a tree stump knocked over on the river. So, like, around here-ish, probably. Somewhere in the middle. I just gotta follow the river. What was I saying? The weapons, yeah, so... I think that the way they scaled them all was kind of weird, like... Say, for example... The Juderos, Big Fish, he's a pretty early game monster. I killed him a couple times and was able to upgrade my water weapon up to its end of its tree pretty quickly. And that ended up having more damage than most of the other weapons available in the whole game. It got up to like 930 something, and plus its fat elemental damage. Whereas the endgame values for most of the other weapons, including the new ones, is more like 860 something. And I mean, if the water one isn't the strongest by any means, like the Rathian Poison Blade I had, that one also got to around 920 with the poison effect and crit chance, which is pretty good. And I think it had more gem slots in it too. Most of the new weapons don't have gem slots in it either, which is kind of stupid. Like, that makes them almost worthless to me. The gems are so important. Not all of them have, like, super endgame tier. Like, there's one tier above where I stopped with my weapon. That's from materials you can get after the credits in the Guiding Lands. Oh, I didn't get to that, but, like... Yeah, I think I maybe upgraded it just once out of the Rathian and Pink Rathian materials. 2 upgrades, but not all of them are like that. You know, that one had 2 upgrades because of the 2 different variants, but like the explosive one, which is like the big lizard, I think it's called a Dongo, something like that, you know, like from Zelda. What the hell was that? It's a homeless egg? What the fuck? Anyways. Yeah, there's obviously only one of those, so it only gets upgraded once. And it's pretty good. That's one of the ones that caps out around 800 damage. And the sad thing is, I like explosion more than poison, but I ended up sticking with the poison one just because it had higher raw damage. I feel like explosions are better at breaking parts, so that might be like an internal thing, I don't know. Technically, the damage output of the two is about the same, but the poison's applied over time, which is a little less satisfying. And that one branched into an alternate tree with one of the new monsters, which I thought was just significantly worse because the explosion was sealed, and you need to waste a perk slot unlocking that. There is a gem that makes, like, elemental-less weapons do more damage. There's the one. But the base damage on it was so low that I feel like that's just a hindrance. I'd rather have something with an element that does more damage, like the water weapon. And it's sad because that monster was really badass looking too. It's like, it has a green horn that secretes explosive slime, and it wipes its hands on it, and it like punches the ground and leaves explosive puddles. They can get sticky stuck to you too. And it's like purple and kind of like, it looks basically like Ava Unit 02. I thought it was super badass. There's actually a handful of really cool monsters they added, and they have like unique skeletons too. Nothing moves like that monster. But then a handful of them also use the same skeleton, which is kind of lame. I think the Barioth, the black bat thing, there's a new version of the Polymew, which is also a bat, and then there's like a more lizard looking, uses the same bat skeleton. It's all the same, and you fight them all around the same time. Looks like there's a forked tree nearby I have to look for. Let me... Right, and it's gonna be to the east. Probably that right there. Oh. Might as well. So I mentioned before how they added like more variant monsters, like basically anything that didn't already have something that used the same skin as an old monster now does. You know, be like a different colored one. However, the changes are a bit more significant this time. So like before, like the pink Rathian and the Rathian, basically the same monster. Their armor is like fortified in different locations, so they have different weak spots, but they're effectively the same thing. Same for like the Rathalos and the Azure Rathalos. Here, I want to mark this on the map. Let me go there first. Diablos, Black Diablos, also same thing. Like, so like, while it was a new monster, it was there just for like scaling purposes, because you can find tempered versions of the monsters that have like a blue aura on it, and then like arc tempered with a gold aura. And their stats would be a little higher, but then like Gold Aura Diablos is not going to be nearly as difficult as Gold Aura Black Diablos, because Black Diablos had higher base stats just in general, you know. Anyways, the ones that they do in Iceborne have a lot more functionality. So like there's a new kind of Tobi Kadachi, which was a lightning thing before. Now it does paralysis and poison, and it looks like a cool gold cobra thing. Kinda sick. Or the Pookie Pookie, which is like a poison spewing rainbow thing. Now it's like a coral themed thing, and it shoots water out its ass. The Enemizer. There's a new Clifford, but this time it's black and does dragon damage. It can leave little clouds behind, and you know, all that's pretty cool, I think. And in addition to that, all the old regular monsters have new Master Rank exclusive moves they can do to make their fights a little more interesting, even if most of them weren't skilled up to be crazy harder than they previously were. So like all the Elder Dragons from the main game, they don't have their stats increased, but they do have new moves that change it up enough. And it's not like you just trounce them now. Like, the new moves do enough damage that it makes a difference, but because your weapon isn't significantly stronger than it was before, the health values are still pretty high. So, like, I thought the fire manticore thing, Teostra, was kind of easy before. You know, he cooks you slowly, but you have the fireproof mantle, it's no big deal. Now he can leave, like, fire bombs all over the place, and it knocks you down, and it's kind of fucked up. And, the poison miasma one, there was like a death dragon, rotting corpse, like, that one has armor on him, so you can disable him a lot less easily. You have to break the armor first, and he also just does a lot more dot, and he's a lot more of a threat now. Before he was kind of a joke if you had the resistance. And those are all pretty cool. I liked all those changes. It kept things fresh, even if they did just make me hunt every monster in the game again. And there was a pretty decent variety of new ones. The ones that are just like reskins feel very new because their functionality is significantly different than it previously was. And that's all great stuff. Like, again, this could have just been a whole nother game. Like, I'm sure Rise recycles a lot of content from World. The story of it, still nothing special. Makes me follow the handler, who I mentioned I hate. You know, like following up on something their granddad left behind or some bullshit. I don't know, I didn't care, right? Point is, the frost dragons are migrating somewhere and you gotta figure out why. Turns out there's a new continent for you to discover. You found the new town in the ice region. They introduced a lot of things like layered armor and the clutch claw, but you've been using those in the main game, so nothing new there. The new town is a lot tighter. everything's a lot closer together. It's a pretty good size. Still a little spread out, but I still would prefer a menu, but it's a lot better than how Astera was. Plus, it's got cozy vibes, and there's a new player home. Before you had a room that you can, like, drop the small critters that you captured around to decorate. Now you can, like, full-on decorate with furniture and stuff, and you can hang out with your friends like a little mini-gathering hub. That's cool, and a decent way to sell DLC. If you're into that. New region is obviously covered in snow, so you need like aquatic/polar mobility perk or equipment to get around. It's kind of shitty. You get used to it though, especially once you unlock the Trail Rider, then it doesn't matter, you just ride something instead. In combat, I don't think it's that big a deal, because my character had a shield, you didn't really have to dodge that often. And the thing about snow is it's like not permanent. Once you've walked through it, you leave a dent in it, and it doesn't really hinder your movement after you have the monster rolling around the snow for a while.
Show your stuff!
Are you mad?
Die for that, you bastard!
Quick like you are, you're gonna fight a knight. Holy fuck. Oh my god, oh shit, oh fuck.
You won't get me! Show what you're made of!
I was talking shit, but goddamn, he had some chutzpah. Whatever, it's probably under like a food, right? Food. So, yeah, like I was saying, I honestly, with the title being Iceborne, I thought the thing leading up to the big Iceborne dragon you see at the start of the quest line was going to be the finale, but no, that was just like the start of the big hunt, similar to what they did in World, where like, you know, you dealt with Zora Magnaros, but there was still the red herring of Nergigante, who was teasing you a little bit, and then like there's stuff beyond Nergigante. So from there you like go on a little dash of hunting elder dragons and stuff, doing some really high-end hunts. They introduced some new elder dragons for the elements that they didn't really cover in the main game. One of them is like pretty badass. It's like a fish dragon. It has water and it can electrocute the water. It has like gamer LED strips on its beard. It's pretty sick. It looks like a squid in the dark when they introduce it, and then it's like a dragon. I wish it looked more fish-like, but it's still pretty cool. Like, you know, there is a sea dragon. Why doesn't it look like a sea dragon? After doing those, you get led to a new location, and there you fight the Ruiner Nergigante. I was like, oh, I've heard so much about him. He's scary, right? No, he was like a joke. So he has like some unbreakable... No, his horns get harder, and they get even harder as he loses health, which makes them, you know, tougher. But I had like a lot of part breaker levels, so that it wasn't an issue. He also has some metal horns, which do more damage initially, but if you break them, they don't grow back. Unlike his bone ones. Why am I going the wrong direction? Yeah, I think he was maybe a weakened version, because he ends up being the boss of the end game, post-game end game. Or one of them, at least. He's the main goal for a while, I guess. You deal with him, and then it's like, wait, surprise, there's a real monster down here, and he was pretty cool looking. It was like a big rock dragon, except his wings kind of looked like hands. And he was cool looking, but he wasn't much of a threat. He was too big to really harm me. Which is the case with a couple monsters in the main game, like the Devil Ojo specifically. Like, you just get under him and it's no biggie. However, once that armor falls off, after just smacking at him for like 5 minutes, the real fight begins. He's a lot more mobile, and those things are like actually hands. He can like do weird psychic beams. He can do the freaking Wind-style Rasen Shuriken. Like, he's a little crazy, and he looks pretty scary too. Like some kind of fucking necromorph. Again, at that point in the game, my build was like complete perfection. I didn't even have to change anything between the hunts anymore. And he ended up being not that much of a threat. I mean, it hurt if he got hit, but he was too big to hit you with most of his moves. It was a pretty badass fight, and that's when the credits roll after you beat him. And I had a pretty solid time up to that point. I just wish there was more to do in terms of weapon progression. Damage values didn't go too far beyond what they were in high rank, while armor values vastly exceeded it. It just felt off to me. And if that's where it truly ended, I would say, you know, that was all pretty good. Solid expansion. Again, could have been a whole nother game. Basically doubled the length of the game. And I wasn't too bored. I think that I was a master of my weapon already when I started it. You know, I spent the whole game playing with just one weapon type, and I was no longer really learning. It was more just about like figuring out what build I can use to truly unlock it, and that was fun in its own right. But when it's asking me to like grind out monsters I've already hunted before, it's just like, ugh, why do I gotta do this? But there are multiple grinds like that in the game.
Shouldn't be bothering us here. Correct, you nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
I'm here. I've got to say, that barrel sure gets heavy.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting for you.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy. They guard it closer than silver.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for nightfall.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some fellas to cause a commotion on the other side of the mine. Then we'll carry the barrel inside, and bang!
As soon as the barrel's
Boom!
What do you mean by commotion?
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will start a fire, so that everyone wants to put it out.
I've got a feeling that carrying the barrel down into the mine will be my job, won't it?
Exactly. Chenyek said you've come across it before, so you know what kind of damage it can cause. But don't worry, we'll mark the exact spot for you.
Well, I'll tell you about that later.
I'll wait until the evening here with you.
Make yourself comfortable. Have a cup of wine.
It's already evening, bruv.
It's time. While we were waiting, Hog went to prepare that little surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a panic in the meantime. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams. That's exactly where the best spot is.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
Christ.
What'll happen if I don't make it in time?
You'll save on a coffin and a gravedigger. You've just got to make it.
Alright. Well, wish me luck. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire, but it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. Come on now, let's move. With me! Move it! They won't be putting out—
Oh, I forgot about the, special equipment. You actually unlock a second slot. So you can have both a mantle and a booster if you wanted, or two different mantles. But then, in addition to that, you can do quests to upgrade your mantles, which gives them slightly longer duration.
I'll keep a lookout.
And, lower cooldown, and you can put gems in them. Which is pretty huge. The gem effects only take effect while you're wearing it, so I made them like defensive things most of the time, but still, it's nice to have.
Where now?
And there's even a couple new mantles. Some very useful effects. Oh, yeah, that's good. Small thing, but the new town has the Grand Meowster Chef, which is like the Master Chef's grandma. It's cute, and the food they make is, somehow even more delicious looking. Rather than big steamy hunks of meat and fish, now they have like mac and cheese and shit. It looks so gooey, oh my god. Said follow the minecart, man.
I've definitely been this way already.
That's where I gotta go. Oh, yeah, I mean, credits end, they're just like, yep, we fought, we're part of the ecosystem now, we're so cool. And really, that was like...
There's the beam with the rag on it. That must be where I should put the barrel.
Closest to the commander could have gotten to saying, bitch, that monster wasn't shit, you know?
Quick.
I thought it was kind of funny. However, like, right at the end, the monster gets back up, and then the Nergigante that you just killed before it also is still alive, apparently, even though you, like, carved it and shit. Bro, where's my torch? I can't see! Oh my god. I have a Nighthawk on me, don't I? My torch is unequipped. What the fuck? I think I dropped it. And like used it for the barrel, you know? That is immensely frustrating. So yeah, I guess that's supposed to be your hint that it was a lot stronger than you thought, and that's why it becomes your next big target. However, they rolled the credits there, so they're kind of done with the story. Do I not have a Nighthawk on my person? No, there it is. Give me that.
I should get a move on.
Bro, I'm trying. Oh, this is the way I came. Why is it so bloody dark? Is this bugging? Like, why am I staring into a black void?
It'll blow any moment now.
Bro, I'm... Fuck.
Dopradelle, I'm running out of time.
Damn, that was some bang. You got all your limbs?
My ears are ringing like hell. I'm alright otherwise.
Did somebody steal my shoes?
Real fucking lucky to make it out in time. I'd say you cut it damn close.
I'm barefoot, bro.
There and dragged you back to camp.
You owe me an ale. Each and every one of you.
You've got it. Just as soon as we get back to the hole. Now what's all this?
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crimes against the crown.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund, you dirty rat. Ain't it too late? It's all over.
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost their life. But as I can see, there were much worse things going on. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking
Bro, who the fuck stole my
Surrender.
shoes?
Never!
This is your last chance. Surrender or die.
If you value your lives, you'll pack up and leave. We've got more of those powder barrels. One more step, and we'll all blow up sooner than you could say amen.
Kurva! Are you out of your mind?
Try me.
To hell with all of you! This isn't over! Let's go, fellas.
Seen a lot of clips of Henry's threats. He really fucking goes off
My God, Henry.
sometimes.
I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon.
We probably shouldn't stay here for much longer.
You're right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, that sucked, man. Like, I need a torch. Why did they take my torch away? And who the fuck stole my shoes? New quest, alright. So yeah, since you hit the credits, the patched-in bonus monsters will start to appear now as quests. Anything that's a special assignment is usually one of those patched-in bonus monsters. And one of them happens to be a new variant of the Devil Ojo, which is also patched in bonus monsters, so it's weird that they're like treating them like they're content from the main game. And chasing after the Ruiner will bring you into the Guiding Lands, which is a whole complicated system to explain, but basically it's a new zone comprised of a mix of all the other biomes, so you can like walk from the forest into the desert, into the Coral Land, into the Rhine Vale. It's all one map that's very confusing and windy on top of each other. It has like 3 different layers.
Stop fooling around. Stink will knock me down.
Any of you have a torch? I just want to be able to wait without the guards being on my ass, like I have to run outside of town. So yeah, in that place, monsters like come and go pretty frequently unless you're like actively fighting them. And geez, there's special gathering points that like level up the more you harvest from them. You know, eventually you're getting like unique materials, and the monsters are dropping unique materials too. And they can like level up that portion of the map, so like hunting stuff from the forest region will upgrade the forest, giving higher quality loot from everything in there. And because it's like an ecosystem balance, a more powerful forest means lesser other biomes. You can only have like a couple of them maxed at a time, which is a weird thing. Like, you have to grind things up to be able to grind materials that you need. And then to unlock the new unique hunts introduced in the Guiding Lands, you need to like grind out all the regular monsters a lot, to get to the Ruiner Nergigante, which is your main story goal, where you will get another cutscene at least. You need to get to Master Rank 100. And it was capped until you got to the credits.
Wait, you! What are you standing around for? We need all the help we can get.
But
For fuck's sake, no buts! This fire can't spread. Come on!
Yeah, it was capped, and, you know, it went up a lot after I got the credits done. I think it went from, like, 22, maybe, at the end of the story, to, like, instantly jumping to around 50. But then, from there, the grind up is, like, very slow, because they did the same thing with my Hunter rank, which is also still going up from the entirety of Iceborne. And that was maybe somewhere in the 60s by the end. So I don't know, maybe this scaling is a lot faster, but that just like took the wind out of my sails. I was like, oh god, it wants me to grind like 1,000 hours to be able to get to a new hunt. That's not gonna be fun. I didn't want to do that, and like, there's only one weapon upgrade I can get in the meantime.
Come here! Here you go. Take it.
Which I also have to grind up to unlock the hunt for my specific weapon. It would have been like a gold Rathian, something like that. So, you know, I have to get my master rank up high enough for that hunt to unlock, which is still going to be a while away, I'm sure. And yeah, it all sounded like a big, endless grind, which I just wasn't interested in, so I kind of gave up at that point. Apparently, after you kill the Nergigante, you can, like, upgrade your end game to your weapons, and, like, put basically enchantments on them. Like, you can get stuff to boost your health, and, like, give you lifesteal, just some weird additional effects. I don't know all of them. But it's cool that you can keep, like, advancing them, even though you're not forging new weapons. I think that's neat. I don't suppose he would sell boots.
Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Be a torch at least.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay.
What will it be, sir? I'll have a look at the...
So, yeah, I mean, I think the developers knew a lot of people would quit at that point, too. Like, there's a lot of MMO-ish things about Monster Hunter. And that's just like, you know, the endgame grind that's in every MMO. You know, it's a thing that keeps you going back and doing dailies and whatnot. I believe you can also use some of those new rare endgame materials to infinitely upgrade your armor, too. The increases are small, but, you know, infinite upgrade is infinite upgrading, so it's gonna add up eventually. If you're interested in becoming, like, God tier, taking no damage from monsters, that's there for you. Doesn't have what I need.
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
General consensus online, though, is that it's too much. The grind is just not fun. You're not fighting new monsters anymore. You're not getting new equipment. It's just like so much of what made the main game satisfying is missing from it. I see people playing and their hunter rank is like 400 something. I'm like, no. Never. Like, I've already put 200 hours in this game. I'm not doing that. No. No. So, yeah, I mean, part of me feels empty, and that there's, like, maybe 5 new monsters that I could still fight, but something tells me the time sink is not going to be worth it, and it's not going to be all that satisfying. There's even, like, something beyond the Nergigante goal. There's something called a Fatalist, which I've seen a video of. It's like a big dragon. Big, regular-ass dragon with fire breath. And it has a move where it can, like, one-shot you if you get caught in it, where it just, like, spews flames for an hour. So if you sidestep him right, you can just run up to his neck and wail on him, and he just has a fuck ton of health. It honestly doesn't seem that fun to me. Especially when you consider your weapon probably doesn't do that much damage to them. But, you know, whatever. I got the credits, so the developers told me that I did what I needed to, I guess. There was always going to be a point where I had to step away without doing anything. I knew it would come, but I didn't know how I was going to feel about it when it happened. I know Monster Hunter Generations on Wii U had, like, seemingly endless hunts in it. Like, it had a full scaling list for completely unique fights. I'm sure a lot of them are against the same monsters, but, you know, their stats are upscaled to be different fights, you know? And there probably are some unique monsters dotted along the pathway, and, yeah. Seemingly endless in that nobody to date has actually done all of them yet. They haven't even come close. You can literally play that game forever and still have new content, technically. Whereas World wants me to just go on expeditions and grind out monsters that are no longer difficult for reasons. Is this like Lawbreaker? Am I in trouble? Yep.
Whoa!
Suppose I should make a save then, in case my fine is really high for doing that. I assume it's quest related.
Good day to you.
Whoa! Whoa!
Big and small, round
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it after all that. Like, if you liked World, definitely play it. Like, it's more of what you wanted, more of what you liked.
I have to warn you about the greatest evil.
But as, like, an offline MMO kind of experience, it just, like, not sure that I like it. I feel like the progression started to taper out, and that was, like, an unsatisfying feeling. And, like, I think back to Dragon's Dogma 1, where, like, when you got into the post-game, a big dungeon would open up in the middle of the city, and it was, like, procedural roguelike stuff with endless loot, and then, like, the Dark Arisen content was a different procedural dungeon with endless unique loot you can get.
What would you like?
And that's cool, but, like, when you're not exploring and experiencing a story anymore, there's a big, meaningful chunk of what made the RPG what it was just missing, you know? Like, the prospect of getting a completely unique item that nobody has is cool, but when the game isn't even multiplayer, who are you gonna show it off to? And, you know, Monster Hunter, of course, doesn't have any unique items, you just craft it, but, you know, the difference is, they're both single player still now. Obviously, it was online, but nobody's playing.
Show me your wares.
And, like, the monsters aren't gonna keep getting harder, so, like, you're getting cool gear and have nothing to use it on. I don't know, they made an attempt, and I just wasn't that interested, I guess. 2, 4, I mean, that's not bad. 2, 3, 2. Riding boots are probably the answer. War 2.
Worried about the
Is this enough?
Well, if you... Very well. To be of help to you.
Not as good quality as my boots, I guess, but whatever. Got these stupid socks on now, great. Isn't there a second cobbler? Maybe I should have checked with him.
Grüß Gott.
I'll have a look at...
Firm boots, maybe. No. I feel like I never saw those tall boots, I think they were called. Like, they were never in a store. They were actually a pretty rare find. I'm pretty pissed that someone nicked them.
I hope you find what you're looking for next time.
Okay, is there like a general store I can get a torch from, maybe? I can get it from a bandit too, but I don't want to be caught out at night without a freaking torch. Hmm. You know what? Rat probably sells some.
Wait, I must have been mistaken. Sorry.
Roots, vegetables, mushrooms. Come and get some fresh mushrooms.
I guess that's all I have to say. Like, I'm just not interested in the grind. I don't play MMOs for a reason. Even if some of them do seem cool, like, you know, Warframe, the gameplay is very fun. I don't play Warframe, though. I've tried it, I was like, that's cool, this is probably great value for free-to-play. If I was a kid, I'd be fucking living the life. I'm not interested in the grind, you know? I do enjoy some grinding when my gains are noticeable, but like, playing World of Warcraft and like raiding the same dungeon every weekend for a chance to get like a .001 drop rate item, that's not for me. That's like insanity, you know? You're doing the same thing and hoping something different happens. What are the odds you're actually gonna get that item? It's so low because there's millions of people running it, only one of them's gonna have it, and it's gonna be hype for him. And it could be hype for you. But, you know, it's not the same as buying lottery tickets. You only get that one chance every weekend.
A wonderful day for a wonderful person.
There's not much you can do to increase your chances. Unless you're willing to buy it off the in-game marketplace. The auction house.
Easy, good horse.
And then it's like kind of reverse clout. Like, yeah, you got the rarest item in the game, but you also paid like 1,000 real dollars to get it. Like, who's the biggest fucking loser? Before you were trying to be king of the losers, but now you're like king of the losers IRL too. It's like some shit that Elon Musk would actually do.
Spend it all on pussy. One beer.
I didn't talk about the trauma stuff with him. I think it's hilarious. Nothing political. The man just like brags about being like the best Diablo player in the world, and he says he's great at Path of Exile too, and he like dies in like easy mode with like a character that has some of the best equipment in the game because he paid someone to play it for him. He just doesn't want to admit it. Now, I do think it was really cool that he streamed from space on a satellite internet. Like, that's very impressive that he had, like, a stable stream doing that, but it was just another instance of him dying in easy mode. Or, not easy mode, it was, like, hard, but, you know, he was you had to be playing on significantly harder difficulty than that to get the shit that he had on his character.
Ave Maria.
Greetings, sir. What would you like?
Show me your wares.
It's just so funny that he just, like, really wants to be popular. It's like a mental scar he's had his whole life, I guess. Because he was a dork when he was a kid. And he's a dork now, but now dorks are, like, more socially acceptable, you know? Yeah, there's the torch. I don't know why I glossed over it.
God bless.
Anyways, when you have that much money to throw away,
Hell, do they pour
he's
the beer
definitely
on
gonna be
you?
the guy buying the item for $1 million.
My
Just so he could look cool
friend,
for the gamers.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Have a seat over here. Let's drink to our success. It's on me.
I'd be a fool to refuse that.
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. We've all got the same goals.
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve them. There were those among us who, instead of our noble mission, thought only of enriching themselves. Fortunately, they're no longer with us.
You talking about anyone in particular?
Knuckles betrayed us, plotted against me. And when he realized he couldn't succeed, he ratted us out to the guards. He's the one that sent them to the mine.
What happened to him?
Our comrades punished him like they'd punish any traitor. I tried to avoid bloodshed for so long, I ended up getting it on my own hands.
He got what he deserved.
I believe every person is good at their core. It's their circumstances that make them evil. We can judge actions, but not merits. But enough philosophical disputations. To your
Nah,
health,
he's a scumbag.
and to the Guild of Kuttenberg.
To the health of good King Wenceslas, and all those faithful to him.
May all traitors burn in hell, and the world be brought together once more under the banner of unity. May the rotten church burn down, along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that should have been washed away long ago. May the kingdom of Christ arise and last 1,000 years.
You what?
What now? Will you continue doing what you've done until now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like to spread the word of God among the farmers there.
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests. What good ever came from them? I want to spread the true word of God, just as our Lord did before the Pharisees had him crucified.
Pharisees? The hell is that?
What'll happen with the guild now?
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks. until all the buzz surrounding the mines dies down. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich. But it'd be best to wait before we do anything bigger again.
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now? Sigismund will surely want revenge for the collapsed mine.
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder. And besides Knuckles, I vouch for every one of the guildsmen.
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it
Powder
won't
didn't
come
come from
to that.
Eldris, he's clean.
And besides, Sigismund has plenty of other things to worry about.
Thank you, Chenyak, but I have to get going.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his army leave this place, we'll continue to make plans against him. We just have to lay low for a while.
Of course. Keep your heads down. But my task isn't over yet.
And I wish you the best of luck, Henry. You're capable of great things.
Hell yeah, brr. Alright. Sometimes these quest markers are just little things, like that one that was at the town we were just in was just to put out the fire. So this is... I don't know what this is. I thought this was maybe the place where we wrote the letter, but no, it's something else. These are mostly fights. I think Rat may have another, like, optional quest, maybe. I don't know. I would like to go check this one out. Yeah. And depending how long this takes, we'll probably be able to go back to the Devil's Head and check something out, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta go piss. Stepped on like a label or something, some sticky writing on it. My napkin came unwound. Makes sense to tape this, but considering it's here because the tape's the issue, I don't want to do that. Alright.
Easy, good horse. Quick! Ja! Quick! Ja! Whoa!
God bless. Now's not a good time. Let's get together this evening at the Black Horse.
How does he move around? Alright, well, you want me to wait, then I suppose I'll just move on. I don't feel like we're at the end of the game yet. And we're probably getting there. But right now we don't have like a game-ending seeming goal. I still haven't been down here at all. There could be more quests to find. Burnt. This town is destroyed. Huh.
Go! 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 Ja! Quick! Go! Ka! Go! Quick! Go!
I'm not sure there's anything else to really talk about. Like, I really did spend a lot of time in Monster Hunter. That was the main focus of my time after we finished Infinite Well. I don't think anything interesting's been happening in the news either, like... I think some shit happened in Ukraine or something, I don't know. Shit's been happening in Ukraine for a few years. Nothing new, and it's terrible, of course, but, you know, I don't live there. Still, I think the event was major enough that, someone came back to the negotiating table. The tariffs, like, got doubled back on? Which is kind of interesting. I guess there was enough complaints that certain things were just too expensive, so they got rolled back to more reasonable prices. Which I honestly didn't see coming. And I guess if there's enough public outrage, it's gotta happen, but still, like, the whole point was a gamble that people were gonna move over back stateside, and things would go down again. You just had to suffer for a few years. and hope that it worked out. Keyword gamble. But yeah, I mean, folding like that, I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. I mean, you just don't know if it was ever gonna work. But that definitely makes it less likely to work. As long as I can eat, I don't give a shit about, like, electronics costing a lot. You know, those are luxury items. There's a reason the American market is so valuable, and that's because we are the most of the first world market. We are the people buying electronics. Other people want fucking clothes and food, and technically that's all you need too. That said, food is still very expensive. And I don't think that was really one of the things that was affected by the rollback. Yeah, I think it's really been a quiet week on that front too. Like, not much has been happening other than that, which didn't even really make big news. I want to say it's nice. There's just been so much continuously happening since the start of the year that it's nice that it's a quiet week.
Whoa!
We can do whatever we see fit with it.
Like break a few of his fingers,
or knock a couple of his teeth.
I'm supposed to talk to Zishka? Yeah, there he is.
Can we start the meeting? We don't have much time.
Aye, we're all waiting for you. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and
how much time they should have made me wait.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
It was a massacre. They shot at us from the ramparts, broke through the gate. We were on the back foot the whole time.
Yeah. But we also sent a lot of the bastards to hell. They thought they'd loot and torch the whole place, but we scared them shitless.
It is nice that you found my people's suffering so entertaining. But what I want to know now is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
Motivation, yeah.
We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing.
They hate it.
Sigismund has the League of Lords and a whole fucking army. And what do we have? Fuck all!
Hey, we are the army.
Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Bergov will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of Von Bergov. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
that Sir Hans here is right. It's starting to piss
Can't
me off the way
disrespect my
Von
lord by
Berghoff's been
saying he's
stringing us
wrong.
along all this time.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard.
Are you all fucking daft? Von Berger was holed up in Malashov, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh, that's true. To
Secret
take a cost like that, we need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet or cannon.
There's no maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Berghoff used at Nebakov.
Well, why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
Yeah, steal the cannons. Probably parked at that big stockade they got.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Katherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatovitz. She told me von Berghoff has his cannon stashed away there. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlets. And it might not be that well guarded along the way.
Ah.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed? What then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
There's not much we can achieve on our own.
But show me the fool who'd want to join us.
There's always a few mercenaries around, right?
And how are you going to pay them, eh? I sure as fuck haven't got the coin.
That's enough! Von Berghoff has to die. Painfully, and above
Show
all,
me
as soon as possible.
gold.
And if
they
there are
did
not
promise
enough
us a
of you,
donation, we did
this
just save
might
your ass.
Well, well. That's a sight for sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
Where did you get such a fortune? After what happened?
People in Calling decided to help. They are looking after our refugees and want to send everyone a strong signal that we will not be silenced.
Aha! So that's why you were so eager to go there.
Beans. Film yourself. ED time in like 10 minutes.
We really appreciate it, son. Believe me.
And we won't mind if you got a couple of more purses like that.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute. I know a few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Malashov down stone by stone.
Ah, a company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we?
Not so fast. We don't have the cannon yet.
Then we'll fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlitz, you'll send us a message via Katherine.
That didn't go so well for me last time. And when you consider that Eric is in the camp, he's gonna recognize me just like last time. Is this another situation where they give us a very similar quest and it's gonna be turned on its head?
Me again? Well, at least I'll see Katherine.
Well, now, has the youngster here fallen in love?
Bro.
That's settled then.
Booba.
Henry will go to the camp. Katherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berghoff and his people are stationed there. But look, Don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. We'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
Henry, can I have a word?
Hello? Hans. Oh, there he is.
Henry, you have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg. It's good she heard my pleas.
Thanks for putting in a good word. It definitely came in handy, because it wasn't nice at all. Lots of violence and death, countless foes. We could have easily kicked the bucket any moment.
God damn! What happened there?
It didn't look so bad at the start. We actually arrived in time and urged everyone to flee. But some of Eric's cutthroats got inside the tavern and murdered everyone there. Before we'd finished with them, a great mob gathered outside and struck against the gate. And it fell.
Oh, fuck! That sounds like a right massacre. God damn it. I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least.
I'm always glad to fight by your side. But you wouldn't have changed anything there. There were too many of them. And when the whole street was thronged, there was no stopping it. All we could do was try to hold back Eric's people as long as possible, so the locals could flee to the synagogue. See, there's a hidden tunnel inside it, leading out of the city.
Fucking tunnels! Ugh. But thank Christ for them. What about Liechtenstein?
He's fine. And he managed to get those mysterious documents of his out. He left with the survivors for Colleen.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It'd be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
You can thank me now, handsome.
We can easily rectify that here and now.
That's exactly what I intend to do, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
I'm honored. Thank you, friend.
Hunting bow from hands. I've seen this bow before. Nah, that archery ain't that good.
Please enlighten me, O noble sir.
According to legend, this bow belonged by right to Margrave Jobst of Moravia, who, however, was not worthy of it. And so, fate decreed that it fell into the hands of a proper knight.
You stole that from Jobst?
What are you saying? When I found out that Jobst would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsch. And it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
That is certainly just, I'd say.
I knew we'd see eye to eye. It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt. Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine. Shoot some deer and celebrate with wine. Like we used to do back home.
We only went hunting together once.
Yeah, but it was memorable. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to do it again. Because, as you yourself heard, there's no reasonable mission here for the noble lord of Leiper and Perkstein. So all I can do is head to the woods and make sure we don't die of hunger here. You'll come with me, right? We promised Shishka some meat, after all.
Alright. Can I hunt with a gun?
That's a good idea, actually. Where should we go?
I found this great spot in the forest near Bohunjevitz, an abandoned hunter's camp. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Let's go then.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here.
Guilty here. You said it had no equal. Why is it shit? And it's pretty decent, but like, I've had Ranyak's bow forever.
A tankard of ale, thanks.
I don't want to keep hands away, even if I could heal. Arf arf.
Here you go.
Wow, wow. Beans. Where's Hans? Green A. Oh, he's just riding off the piece of shit. Fuck him. Ah. My nose is so cold.
Whoa! Ah, can you smell that? Freedom!
I smell a big roe deer. Maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Ratai. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Well, of course I do. I won.
Nah.
In your dreams. I bagged twice as many hares as you, but I was talking about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree.
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
Aye, right. We were nearly killed at the pond. We got into a fight at a wedding. A tower collapsed on us.
But we've also met some good people and fought for a good cause. Don't forget.
Yeah. When we tell our story back at home.
The girls will be throwing themselves at us.
Don't you think you should take a break from the lasses? Remember how it turns out.
Yeah, but you try the lads.
Bloody arse and balls.
Yeah, and after that, there was the hacked-off butcher.
You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses.
Oh, sorry about that. But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches, but a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Something about minions, wasn't it? It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
Let's go.
I'm a minion master. Kind of like I've marked this as a hunting spot.
Wait, can you hear that? There are people in the camp.
Huh.
Bloody hell. Soldiers. Sigismund's men, judging by the colours. Shit, and there's a dead body. Over there, by the tree. A local hunter, probably. He must have stumbled across them. Oh, those bastards will pay for this. We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Are you sure? There's quite a lot of them. I'd rather not end up tied to a tree like you did in Rattay that time.
Come on. We can handle this motley bunch.
All right. Let's get them.
That's my boy.
Huh. Ah, shit.
Yeah! Don't spare him!
Now I'll show you!
You're off!
How did you get over here so quickly, Hands? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, oh.
Shit! That last one must get away!
No job! That piece of shit! I'll do you for that! Punch you out for that!
Done for!
Blimey. I'm on the brink of death here. Oh, look, a torch. My bleeding is building up. I need to put on a bandage. Not yet. Yeah. Hands.
And that's that.
And what about the dead bodies?
Well, I suppose we should bury them, eh? They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves.
Shouldn't we tell Zizka about what happened here?
Why? There's not much to tell, really.
Don't you want to boast about your heroic deeds?
Come on. You call this a heroic deed?
Wiping out a band of Sigismund's soldiers. If not long ago, I wouldn't have believed we had it in us.
You see? And today it's just another run-of-the-mill afternoon.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know. I seem to have lost my mood for it. But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
Oh, these fellas were just skinning a doe. That should do it.
All right. Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. We'll go together, right?
Alright, I was kind of looking forward to hunting, but...
Of course.
All right. You take care of the dough. I'll start digging a grave.
Yeah, I figured you'd want to do the dough and I'd do the grave. Then again, he did say, back when he was poaching, that the work all looked very sloppy. The kills were clean, but the gutting was not. I guess it's not his strong suit. It's fucking blood off. Crikey. Go fast. Alright, where to? Camp, meet up with Katherine. Yeah, I can do that. He's probably asleep in his home. He ain't at the Black Horse. All these are new though, so there must be a new quest that's not marked somewhere. We've done enough side quests and we can go to a story mission. So this whole area is hostile. How do I get recruited? I guess I'm supposed to sneak in. Maybe I shouldn't have slept so much.
Quick!
Beans. Yeah, right. Now you can go because you need water. Ugh.
Quick! Quick! Go! Go! Quick!
If I get there quick enough, we might have enough nightlight to sneak around still. Got like 2 hours to make it.
Go!
That 2 hours would probably fly by fast if I fast traveled, but if I'd go on my own, it might work out.
Ka!
Also, how am I on Savior Schnapps? Yeah, I've got a handful, we're good.
Quick! Ka! Go! Go!
Bohunyik.
Ka! Ka!
Ah, that's not good. Is the stream okay? Prop frames, anything? Disconnected, reconnect, oh, oh no. That might encourage me to keep it short. Still intend to do this quest if I can, though. I am near the camp, right? Like, I think I'm seeing. Yeah. Looks like this is the quickest way in. Hopefully it's not guarded. Sneaky beaky. Damn it. Bathhouse is all walled in.
Five of them there was. All in your uniforms.
Quiet now. I'm only asking.
Like them drunks will tell you anything if you threaten them with a whipping.
They tell me.
there you are.
What are you doing here?
Zizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ. Oh, you've come up with another plan, haven't you?
Yeah, that's
Come.
pretty private.
I know a place where nobody will disturb us.
Where's that?
Stop asking questions and start undressing.
Whoa.
You want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer. And relax a bit. You're as stiff as if you were waiting to be branded.
Talking about me or my peen? Oh, this is gonna be bugged. Yeah, guess I can get rid of it. It's happened before.
Alright. But you could have warned me.
Come now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scrubbed by a woman.
Oh, it's different because your boobs are the biggest. Lady Townberg, Jesus. Talking about back rubs, bro, not fucking.
I have, yeah, but it's just different with you. It feels a bit weird. After all we've been through together.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me. Even about what I think I see in that tub.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
Of course it is. So, tell me quickly what you're doing here before you
Steaming.
shrivel up entirely in the water. You say Zizka sent you.
That's right. It's about von Bergov's cannon and the Praggers who have it. I hear they're going to move it to Sedlets.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
So what do you need me for?
Information. Where is the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire hilltop. And the guard at the gate doesn't let just anyone in. And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be. I haven't seen it anywhere down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God, and it costs a fortune, but that's all.
Cost a fortune. It's a metal tube on wheels. Can't cost more than a squad of knights. Probably less, because, like, the work is just not that intense. You know, it's one metal tube. It's a big hunk of metal. They weld the pieces together. You're not trying to fit a person inside it.
When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlets?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Who's in charge here?
That's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlets with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Praggers, led by Dietrich Katz.
Katz?
What is this Chertan like?
He's the commander of all the Cumans who marched into Bohemia.
We just saw him having an
Sigismund
argument.
officially gives the orders, of course, but it's Chertan they listen to. I've met him a couple of times. He's a tough fella, but his soldiers are loyal to him.
Who's this Grosov?
He's in charge of everything here. He's a nobleman, but don't expect him to act like one. They say he ran up debts and fell out with half the royal court. So Sigismund holed him away here instead of taking him to Sedlitz. Watch out for him. You know how it is. The worse off a man is, the pushier he gets.
This Katz. Who is he?
He's in charge of the Prague Artillery Regiment. You should know him, in fact. It was him and his men who attacked Nabakov that time.
That Horison who nearly killed us all?
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
I mean, he
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. They won't let you go up and see cats just like that. But down by the shooting range, you'll find a fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Praggers. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man. So I'd try my luck with him.
But what if he turns me down?
Then I suppose you'll have to keep bothering him until he changes his mind. What else?
It doesn't usually work that way for men, alright?
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlitz. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
Goose.
Well, it all sounds pretty dangerous. If I say the wrong thing or someone recognizes me, the game will be up. I could do with a kiss for luck.
If you don't mess up, you'll have 1,000 kisses. But work before play.
Oh, how dare
Is there
you.
anything else you want to ask before we get started?
Why no keys? Why no keys? You want me to die? It is because I have no keys.
Do you know anything else about the Praggers that might come in handy?
Not really. They're artillerymen, as I said. And their pay is a lot better than the others. So they aren't too popular around here. That's all I know. They drink, play dice, and go to the baths just like all the others.
That's all I need to know.
Get out of the water, then. You've been in there for ages. Though I have to admit, you've scrubbed up nicely. Maybe I should wash you more often.
As long as it's always free of charge.
Please.
Actually, there is something you could do to repay me. But that can wait. Enlist for service first, soldier.
Get enlisted. How do I do that? Surely it's not inside the camp. I have to... Oh, can I just walk around freely? I mean, it doesn't say I'm trespassing. Katherine has a quest, huh? Just assumed I had to sneak. Whoa!
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice.
That was me.
Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Yeah, me.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like?
Human?
Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some cumin.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
I just need to look for a guy with some athlete's foot on his face. I'll find our culprit.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Ringworm, as it's really called. Not a worm, it's a fungus. Just happens to look like worms, I guess.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, if he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could track him down.
Let me
That's
smell
not a
your
bad
feet,
idea.
milady.
But you'd have to give him something to get the scent.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all I care about.
Alright. I'm sniffing the shoe first, though.
I can explain to him that a woman like you isn't for him.
I suppose. If you tell him firmly enough.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Yeah, alright.
Here, Matt. Search.
Whoa.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, wait, there's soldier. The fuck was that? Mutt, what are you doing?
What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives?
There it is.
That's Katherine's. So this is where the human who won't leave her alone lives.
Still tracking, I think.
Here, Matt. Search.
God grant you health.
I'll just wait for him here.
Good day.
bread soup again tomorrow, I swear to God I'll kill the cook.
Please don't.
Yeah, right, beans.
That would be much worse.
Worse? I didn't think that was possible.
You'd be a...
Jelly beans, that is. Mm-hmm. That one's a peanut M&M. Like that didn't look like a jelly bean. With the Arabian music. I just go and stare down every human until I find one I can talk to. Captain Bitch.
I could eat.
Greetings. Greetings to you.
Nah, I doubt Puta means the same thing in Czech.
Shouldn't be bothering us.
Stand here all day if I gotta. Chackin'.
So it's
Leave
you.
her alone.
You're the human that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van. Nem értem.
What are you on about?
There's Brown. What
You
are
don't
talking
understand
about?
the word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen. Aha. A fürdőslány. Miért ne? Minek ütött bele az orrod? Igen. Szeretem.
You what?
Won't find any mushrooms going here, so you can go now.
She's scared. Sacra. Talking to a horse. Ah! Help! That man wants to hurt me! Help! Save me! Huh? Bathhouse woman? Afraid. You? Go away. Du Schwein. Nicht amor.
Mi van? Félt tőlem. De én ezt nem akartam. Hát jó. Rendben, akkor békén hagyom. Nicht amor.
See how easily we came to an agreement?
Man, I don't know. What the hell did he say? He didn't speak Czech, he didn't speak American. What the hell is he speaking? trespassing for a millisecond of crime?
I found the Cuman who was stalking you. He's called Chakan, and I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Oh, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? And what about my shoes?
Here they are. Both of them.
Thank God for that. I was afraid I'd have to steal someone else's. And Henry?
What?
Thank you.
You can't steal someone
You're a
else's.
good
What if it
man.
doesn't fit?
I owe you one.
So I was watching Super Beer Bros, and Alex made a really great comment about loot chances. It just reminded me by that. So they spent like a long time trying to get a specific hat because they're doing like a Mario run in Elden Ring. And it took them, again, a long time. And, you know, just the other day I heard him say, the reason loot chances are so low is because, like, what is the odds you kill a guy and his clothes are in your size? I was just like, that makes so much fucking sense. The reason you can't just take the armor off every single enemy is because it's not in your size. I feel like that kind of thing would make a lot of sense in this game too. Probably stabilize the in-game economy a lot more at least. Or maybe you can pick it up but you can't wear it. Like every armor can have a size stat on it. I think it'd be really cool if, like, in character creation you could pick the size of your limbs. So like, Jesus beans. Finish his food, he needs to go out again. Letting you modify it in like a Dragon's Dogma style would be fine on its own, but they can even just use it internally for like the races, so like, you know, dwarves would maybe have like a medium-sized chest and then small everything else. And those can have like little modifiers to the weight and armor value, and like the bigger one would have more armor, also be a lot heavier. Wow. I think it sounds neat. No. Having non-uniform body type sure shot. It complicates things a bit more than you'd think. Like, what if an enemy swings at you and expects you to be human height, but you're actually a dwarf and it just, like, goes right above your head? Like, I don't know. This doesn't work in some games. Without making some really complicated other design choices, you know? Like the enemy not just playing a standard animation to attack you, now they have to like actually look for you and play like a procedural animation to actually aim at you. Would maybe be simple enough if they like looked at the center of mass and you just rotated one of their spine bones so they'd look down and play the animation like normal, I don't know. Just a thought, that'd be like my quick first hack solution. It's one of those things that I feel like people would like talk about like it's the best thing ever, but really it's so small that nobody really notices is even there. Kinda like how in System Shock 1, the music would have like layers and it would change procedurally based on how Shoden was feeling about you. And just nobody noticed. So they got rid of the feature in the second game. Sounds really cool when you say it out loud, though.
Hey, you're not allowed here.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm trying to be allowed there.
Good day.
And you know, weapons can have like relative sizes too. Like a short sword for a dwarf is not the same as a short sword for a human. You know, it's more like a two-hander for him, and a dagger is what he would consider a short sword. Like, they can do something with that. Whether it's weapon by size or just like changing the wielding requirements, attack speed and such based on your size. It's something that I feel is just like underthought in most games, like disparity between the fantasy races. Morrowind was pretty good about it, like how beast races couldn't wear boots and helmets because their heads and feet were weird. But then they also had like stronger unarmed attacks, and they could do a tail whip too. You're not the guy with the black mustache, are you? You. No, what? Hello? Crow.
Greetings. What do you need?
Are you the one they call Crow?
I'm only Crow to good friends, or strangers who want to punch in the gob. Which group do you belong to?
Well, neither, I reckon. But I hope that'll change. I want to join your regiment.
You and a dozen other ne'er-do-wells. I've had fellas pestering me ever since Radovan let slip that we get double the pay. Go and ask Lord Borumlaka, I mean. He's been taking on all kinds of mercenaries. You'll fit in better with his rabble.
Oh, that'd be a waste of my talents.
Oh, really? How's that?
Yes, I'm just super talented, brother. I'm a blacksmith.
I'm a blacksmith. That's useful, isn't it? You're bound to need stuff hammered straight or sharpened all the time.
Aye, we need that. God knows we do. But that doesn't mean we have to let you join up, does it?
Ah, come on. I'm a doctor, too.
I know about herbs. If you have a sore throat, or need some extra energy, or you've got food poisoning, I'm your man.
That kind of thing always comes in handy, but we have a physician, and one that half the world would envy us. We don't need another.
Ah, come on. I am a master spy.
I could spy for you. I know how to get into all kinds of
Makes
places
me
without
very
being
suspicious,
seen.
though, if I say this out loud now.
Sounds pretty useful, true enough. But we don't do espionage. There's other people in the camp for that.
Oh, damn it, is that still not enough for you? What more do you want?
For you to stop hassling me. You're a bit pushy for my liking. It's a bit suspicious.
I want to serve the king, is all. Sigismund should take things in hand here and impose order, since Wenceslas isn't capable of it.
Interesting. Most people in these parts have other ideas.
Only I'm not most people. Please. Just give me a chance.
All right. We lost a couple of men recently in any case. You know what? I'll go and see Katz, our commander. He'll know what to do with you.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Henry, sir. And I want to enlist.
So you turn up and expect us to drop to our knees in awe? Crow, why did you let this fucker in?
I thought you might want to take a look at him. He may not know when to hold his tongue, but he said he knows about all kinds of healing herbs. That could come in handy.
Well, if that's true, but we'll have to try you out first in any case. I have this issue here.
Ah, you're not going on about that stupid charter again, are you? How many more men will you send to find it?
As many as it takes. Don't tell me you're not fed up with being stuck here. So, this is your test, Henry. Either
This
you
guy
come
looks
back
like
as one of us, or you don't
Kaiser.
come back at all. What do you say?
And his tent has like the same layout.
Well, that depends. The harder the work, the higher the price.
Christ, he'll fit right in. He hasn't lifted a finger yet, and he already wants his pay.
If he helps us get out of here, he can have mine as well.
Listen up, then. Some of our men have gone missing. 7 of them. And with them a wagon with horses, to be precise. They had a very important cargo they were supposed to take to Sedlitz, but they never arrived there.
It seems they were last seen somewhere between Miskovitz and Rabstein. But that was ages ago. Christ knows where they might be now.
Hang on, why would they go past Miskovitz? That's not on the way to Sedlitz.
That's what I don't understand. But you can ask them if you find them.
Maybe they just deserted. It happens.
Not in our regiment. Our men are loyal.
I don't give a
Come
shit
on.
what happened to them. They could have been eaten by squirrels for all I care. I just want that painted chest they were carrying. There's a very important charter in it, and we need it back. Got that?
Does I got that? I don't know.
What if there's more than one charter? I need to know what's written on it.
Nothing a yokel like you would understand. If there's more than one, just bring me all of them.
Yeah, well... Nothing a yokel like me would understand, but I can read it, at least.
And what should I do when I find these fellas?
What do you think? Free them if someone's holding them. Bury them if they're dead. Kill them if they've deserted.
What, take down 7 men by myself?
Do you want to be a fucking soldier or not? All right then. If things get tough, come and see me and we'll sort it out somehow.
All right, I think I understand. Find the men and bring back the charter.
Wait, damn it! You don't know the most important bit yet. Mishek, one of those 7, came back.
And you're only telling me this now? So question him, and we'll know what's going on, won't we?
Go ahead and try it yourself, genius.
Mishek was brought back on a cart. Some peasant found the poor bloke unconscious on the road and brought him here. He's been in the infirmary since then. But you can stop by, maybe the Sawbones will be able to tell you something. His name is Musa.
Let me tell you, you ain't never seen a man like Musa before.
That's about it then. Now on your way.
Is it Musa, the weird guy from One Piece?
Don't worry, sir. You can rely on me. Consider it done.
Hergott, lad. You're pretty sure of yourself.
A bit too sure, if you ask me.
Isn't he just? You know what? Go and see Puta, the captain of the mercenaries who serve here. Some extra work will do you good. You'll go and requisition some supplies with him. And with a bit of luck, you'll get us something to eat without us having to torch another village. Now go. And don't get yourself killed, all right?
Is that all part of the one quest, or is that... Musa is on F. No, he's nearby. Musa?
I'm looking for the local Sawbones. They said I've never seen the likes of him.
So, you came straight to me? Is that so? In any case, you have found your man. Musa of Mali, scholar, traveler, and physician. At your service, friend.
Well, sorry to say this, but you're...
Very busy? May I ask who you are?
Henry, sir. How come you're so...
Big? Wise?
Has he never seen a black man before?
I'm sorry, I was just a bit taken by surprise. I didn't mean it badly.
I know very well what you meant. I've had such a conversation at least 100 times. Have you never heard of Prester John or the Christian kingdom of Axum?
No.
I think our parish priest might have mentioned that.
Tell me then, how the people in those stories are described. Not exactly like you. Am I right?
Well, I thought that was just, you know.
And as you see, it is not. So please, stop staring at me and tell me what you need from me.
Commander Katz sent me. I'm supposed to find the soldiers who went missing. It seems one of them is in your infirmary.
Yes, Mishek. He's lying over there and will remain lying for long. He was badly stabbed, and it will take weeks before he comes to his senses.
But I need to talk to him.
Then you shall have to wait. When he was brought here, he was mumbling about some wagon on a place called Lota. But then he passed out and did not awake again.
Lota.
Isn't there anything we can do? I don't need him to be healed, just to wake up for a while. Can't you just give him some herb that will wake him up? You're a physician, aren't you?
A physician, not a magician. But there might be one possibility. One can make a decoction from Varelian and mint, which is called cockerel potion. It will not heal the poor wretch, but it might wake him up for a bit. But it must be very strong. Not like what is sold by the quacks around here.
Hold on. I have something like that here.
And is it a strong enough decoction?
We'll soon find out.
Very well, friend. I will try to trust you.
I guess Sawbones is not the same thing as a surgeon or a doctor. It's a lot more rudimentary. It's not really a great title to have. You go to the Sawbones, your chances of living are, not so certain. Will need to be strong, but, try a weak one.
Alright. We'll see if I brewed it properly.
What's happening? Where am I? Ow! That hurts!
Mishek? What's wrong?
I feel terrible. It's like having hot lead in my throat. It burns something terrible.
Christ! Can you hear me? Calm down and talk to me.
Holy Mother of God, save me. Saint Michael, protect me.
Mishek, wake up! Oh, don't like this. Wake up, you hear? Mishek! Oh, fuck!
What potion did you give him, you fool?
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's why I don't go to the Sawbones, because he let me do that despite not being a doctor. Yeah, I'm out of here.
You silly doggy.
Computer.
Greetings. Do you need something?
This is probably like a limited time quest. I should probably do it first.
I'm supposed to report to you about supplies.
Finally! They sent me someone who isn't wet behind the ears and doesn't have straw sticking out of his boots.
What's this about, then?
I need to requisition supplies for the camp from the locals. Grub for us, fodder for the horses.
Yeah.
Where do you want to get the supplies?
We haven't been to Bohunjovitz in a while. I reckon they can't wait to see us.
Won't the people resist?
They will, but fuck all good it'll do them. We'll chase them out of their houses, bring in the cart, and take whatever we can.
And what if something goes wrong?
That'll only happen if we take our eyes off them. Then there might be bloodshed, but usually not ours.
Oh, that's not good.
Who's coming along?
Me, and they usually send some humans along because people are afraid of them.
That's not much.
And that's why you're coming with me. But don't worry, I already sent a couple of blokes ahead to get everything ready. I reckon they can handle a few peasants.
I don't need to hear any more. Let's head out.
Which one of us is in charge here? But you're right. Let's get going. Mount up!
I swear I've heard his voice in Fable. I wonder if it's the same guy. He's definitely like one of the bandit voice actors.
Hujchato Kierket! Mindenket!
Kifelé! Mozogsz, te nyomorult! Te is! Kifelé!
Come on, we don't have all day for this! Ne pozorojando così dödas alla kivas on parastal!
Just ask.
Shut the fuck up over there! Fucking peasants. This requisitioning's a pain in the ass. Well then, old star. Have you got the supplies for the king? Like we agreed? Hmm?
Supplies?
We prepared what we could.
Where did the men I sent in advance run off to? I just hope they're sleeping off the hangover from your friendly welcome.
Your men? Nobody was here.
God fucking damn it! Can't even rely on forward patrols anymore. If I catch them, they'll hang. Kurva! What about the food for us? Flour, cabbage, meat, cheese, eggs. Like last time.
We've got everything, just not as much as last time. We gave what we could, but we're living hand to mouth as is.
Then you better pray it's enough. The lad here will check it and load it onto the wagon. Got it?
Check it? For what? Think I can identify a poison cheese?
Shouldn't we leave them something?
Why the fuck would we do that?
So they can give you more when you come back?
So they don't go hungry.
These village idiots are used to going hungry. Soldiers aren't. Now come off it before I have you whipped.
All right then. Where should I start?
The men will help you out.
None of that. I said the lad would do it. Tell your people to stay where they are so I can see them. We don't want anyone to get hurt, do we?
We definitely don't.
Tell him where to go so we got this over with.
Everyone is standing in front of their cottages. The biggest house in the village belongs to Fowl. Next to him lives Old Man Willow. And across from Willow, above the stream, is Smill's house. And mine is above that. I'll go there with you myself.
You'll stay right here.
Ask my daughter, Sofka. She'll show you where the supplies are prepared.
And what about that fifth house?
Nobody has lived there for years. The whole family died of the plague.
Fine. Now enough talk, peasant. Let's get to it. I want to be finished by nightfall. And you, lad, wait a mo.
What?
Come closer, so I don't have to yell. Now listen close, and remember what I say. First of all, I don't want to see you showing pity for those yokels.
Oh, come on, the people.
I'm bloody well sure these peasant rats hid something somewhere.
Why would they risk it?
Plague house.
Oh, come on. I'd do exactly the same. Nobody wants to go hungry. Don't believe a word those stinking bastards say, and look through those houses of theirs from top to bottom to make sure they don't have something tucked away.
I understand.
They can be glad we're doing this the easy way, for now. If there's not enough food, they'll have me to answer to. So, food on the cart, all valuables and silver straight to me.
Kuschlager!
Jesus. From one mother to another, I beg.
I'm collecting supplies for the king's men. Do you have them ready?
They're here, right next to the door to the cottage.
Very well. There's a little bit here. It won't be enough, though.
Took his hidden role.
Oh, calm down, woman. They won't find it in that undergrowth.
And what if they do?
Then they won't be able to get inside.
You left it locked?
I'd be an idiot if I didn't.
You're an idiot no matter what, that's for sure. And how can you be so certain?
And how would you get inside?
With the key!
Well, they'd have to find it first.
You don't have it?
I hid it.
Where?
In a place they'd never think to look.
You're a bit sure of yourself.
Look, even if they did find it, with the diarrhea I had, they'd need more than just courage to fish it out.
The toilet.
Have you gone mad?
And I don't need a key at all.
And what if they break the door down? Have you thought of that too?
Just let them try it.
It's something about an undergrowth.
Someone dropped a key here. Bad luck for them.
Is this the cellar?
Beer. They'll be happy about this back at Sigismund's camp.
Your supplies. Just as we promised.
You
might be surprised.
Oh, glorious and blessed Virgin, have mercy on us sinners. Protect my son and the whole village.
Well, where are your supplies for the king?
Right behind the door, leaning against the wall. Everything's ready to go.
So you say.
Supplies,
What's
ready
the
for
point?
the king.
We'll die of hunger here.
I won't get anything out of him in this state. Maybe I could do something to help him. Let's take a look then. I reckon I won't be able to fix you up completely, but maybe at least enough to talk to you. I'll try to take your bandage off for a moment so I can take a look under it. I hope I'll be nimble enough. Careful. It's sticky with blood.
Ow!
Those are some deep wounds. From a sword. Show me those wounds. I've seen this before. Deep wounds, miserably dressed, and not even cleaned. It's no wonder you're in so much pain.
Yeesh.
That should do it. I'll have to clean the wounds, preferably with some strong spirits, and then re-bandage them. And it's gonna hurt, so I should find something for the pain before that.
Don't cry, Ma. There was nothing
I've got supplies.
Let's get to it. First, I'll give you something for the pain.
I just drink the alcohol.
A bit of spirits.
And then clean
Now
it.
I'll clean the wound, if I have something to do it with. That should be enough. Now I'll re-bandage your wound.
Ow!
And that's that.
I may be robbing you blind, but you live.
That'll have to do. Hopefully I'll get something meaningful out of him now. Hey! Wake up!
It hurts. What happened?
I was hoping you'd tell me. Who roughed you up like this?
Soldiers. I have to. Are you one of them?
Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I just treated you so you wouldn't die here. What soldiers are you talking about?
They came to take everything away from us. Like always. Sigismund's men. We were only defending ourselves.
What happened to you?
I tried to stop them. So they wouldn't take anything more from us. So they wouldn't come back. So, we sent them away.
Where can I find these soldiers?
I don't know. There was a fight. There's a hayloft nearby. We sent them there.
A hayloft?
I should have listened to her.
Get some rest. I won't get anything more out of you now, anyway.
All y'all try to keep a little sippy. Not on my watch. That's a nice shield. It looks hidden, like maybe I should take it as a valuable.
Sigismund's army's shields. How did they get here?
Iszket a seggem. Sehol senki, aki megvakargatná. Iszket a seggem. Sehol senki, aki megvakargatná.
Alright, there's blood.
Blood. Probably from that injured lad.
Eggs and no chicken, just ruin their whole livestock. Oh. Can't believe there's people who just eat a whole ass onion. That's crazy.
Signs of a fight. Must have happened to him here. But who was he fighting with?
I thought I was gonna find like bodies buried in the hay, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Still, we did find a shield. Got more blood.
They loaded something on the cart here.
Follow the cart tracks. If they were fighting, it's probably where they stash a lot of their shit, right? I feel terrible for being so dedicated, but I'm curious.
So these must have been our scouts. I wonder if this has something to do with that injured lad. Their wheel broke here, so they left the cart behind.
What's that you got?
When you're unarmed, the only option is to kick the dog. Guess that's that.
Your supplies, just as we promised.
I found some valuables.
Hand them over.
Well, he's gonna want something, shit. I don't remember finding any of this other crap though, like what's with these silver nugs?
Here you go.
That's what I like to see.
I found a few barrels of beer.
Lady Luck's on our side today, lad. That should shut those lads back at camp up. Keep going. Maybe you'll find some other treasures, and we won't have to take so much food from the villagers.
We'll just have to endure it.
Commander, I think I found your men.
Ha! Where are those pricks? Just wait till I get my hands on them. I'll have them whipped for desertion.
They're dead.
What are you blabbering about?
I found them in the forest behind the village. Someone killed them and dragged them off, so we wouldn't find them.
Fucking yokels! They'll pay for that! You there, peasant!
Are you satisfied?
You have the nerve to laugh in my face! What have you done with my men?
I told you nobody was here before you came.
You lying sack of shit! You'll pay for this! Let's tear their village to the ground, lad!
I don't want anything to do with that.
You don't, eh? Do you think I give a shit what you want? That was an order, you whoreson! If you don't want to end up like them, you'd better obey it!
Don't hurt
I won't
them.
let you hurt innocent people.
If you're so fond of this shithole village, then you'll share its fate.
Defend yourselves, folks! They want to kill us!
You're a dead man!
Ah, shit. Well, your village is doomed after this. Fuck.
What's something? Oh, in there!
Want to kill me, you fucking guy? Are you mad? You'll kill him!
Mary, yes.
doing a thorough search would mean they have more time between the next thing, but, you know, whatever.
Help me! God!
Well, y'all can have your supplies back, I guess. And I don't really want these shields, you know, give some souvenirs. And about the old man, I'll leave his body undesecrated. Is he like running away from me, or is he just running away from the fight? I'm pretty sure I didn't kill that guy.
Help! Where is everyone? Someone help me!
Alright. Looks like a checkpoint right at the fight. So let's see if I did hit someone. It's probably when I was hitting Captain Pooh or something.
No chance. Yeah. Fuck that.
I'll smash your other arm.
Yeah! Dead! Yeah! Just spare him!
It's not many men who went. If the last pack disappeared, this pack disappeared. Maybe this village is well defended. You lost too many men on it, yeah. So you're either gonna send a lot of guys here, or you're just not gonna come anymore. It's a big gamble, but fuck it, you know. So, talk to a survivor. Did the elder die? It looks like everybody's alive. Honestly, they should just take the cart full of food and make themselves scarce. Since the plague house, I'm very curious. Doesn't seem like they had anything in here unless there's like a loft or a basement, I don't notice. It'd be more thorough if it mattered, but yeah, I'm just curious.
You poor wretch. Why did you have to tell them about them slain soldiers? That didn't have to happen.
I'm sorry. I had no idea things would turn out the way they did.
But now what? They'll definitely be looking for them soldiers if they don't come back.
Pull the cart away somewhere far from the village, so it looks like an ambush.
And will they believe it?
Why not? There's bandits in the woods attacking the supply runs all the time.
Ah, I see the elder did die. Didn't pick up anything too valuable, right? I would like to see him alive.
Are you right in the head?
Balsamic. Ah, he did. Rip hired hand. You won't be remembered, but you might be marginalized. Sometimes it's the best thing we can even hope for, you know, like, you weren't important, but you were part of an important group. And, you know, that's still, like, a lot more than most people get. Is he, like, running away in pain again?
Someone help me! Guards! Smash his head in!
Ah. Homie, calm down.
Help! Where is everyone?
Hold on, if I, like, punch him and then surrender.
What do you think you're doing?
Calm down!
What the fuck was that? Either you pay up, or I'm turning you in.
Shove it up your ass, bro.
Please accept my most humble apology, my good man. I behaved truly inappropriately for someone of my standing.
You seem pretty decent, true enough. All right, we'll let it go this time. On your way. You poor wretch. Why did you have to tell him?
I'm sorry.
But now what? They'll definitely...
Pull the cart away somewhere far from the village.
And will they...
Why not?
Alright, I mean... that went about the same. I think I'll just load back to the old one. Or his ass is dead and I didn't punch him. Literally the same conversation. I wasn't expecting that. You know, I thought you'd maybe have a bit to say, being the village elder and all. Well, at least I'm not a complete piece of shit, you know, I tried. Maybe I made things worse for them, but really, who cares? How are we on time? Almost 4. Maybe I'll ride over to Miskowitz and call it a day there. A decent place to sit out from next time. And we got a lot of levels. Yeah, why not? Was that like exclusive with Pacifist? It was. I don't know. I feel like the game's probably balanced around like the max speech being the max speech, you know? So I would rather have improved stats for combat. I overeat all the time. I'm never gonna use that. Distracting bark. And that's just good. Outnumbered in a fight, stamina will recover faster. I mean, it's pretty good. Bonus charisma and plate. Still don't understand what that could ever possibly mean. Like, stamina regen is, like, paramount. Paramount plus. I have a good enough short sword that I'd rather just not have the 30% slower debuff of using a longsword one-handed. Buff after combos, fine. Left, right, left is simple enough, you'll do that accidentally all the time. Alright.
Go! Die! Go! 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 Quick! God!
So, you think all the, like, fancy antiquated rifle dancing and marching was just, to prevent them from spilling out the ammo and gunpowder? They just loaded in from the top of the tube? Like, yeah, it's good for discipline and all that, you know, moving as a cohesive unit, all moving in unison and such, but, what do you think would happen if they, like, marched, just blowing their guns all willy-nilly? Like, would they just empty out their ammo accidentally? So I'm pretty sure you have to, like, load it before you can even shoot in this game, right? Like, you can't just preload it and then one shot when you're into a fight instantly, you have to plan it out. I was just thinking about doing that, and I'm like, oh wait. It'd probably just spill out the big-ass bell I'm carrying.
Die! Ka! Da! Ka! Go!
Is this the town? Yeah. Let's sit down. What's the time of day? It looks like it's maybe getting dark, but it's also just overcast weather.
Nice and slow.
Suckling pigs here. Come and buy a suckling pig.
Whoa, whoa.
Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of getting dark, but we have enough time that we can probably complete the search before then. Not that we are going to just yet. I said I would call it a day. I just want to like get to the edge down here.
Easy.
Get my sights set on the horizon. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, folks. Mostly because we might not even be streaming right now, and that would be unfortunate. And I have to upload a big 4-hour long video, God forbid it turn into 5, you know? Next time, we're gonna find these missing soldiers, and maybe accidentally on purpose, make sure they're not found. That sounds like the right thing to do, right? I mean, I'm supposed to be trying to get in with them, but maybe... I don't know. They wouldn't let me fail that hard, right? Surely there's something I can bring, like proof that they were dead or something. Just bring back their bodies. Anything to stick it to the man. We'll see. Anyways, that's about it. See ya.